let's move on to main topic number 2, shall we? Rob, what is our second main topic today?
Well, John, this comes from Abigail, and Abigail asks, Amazon's Lord of the Rings has finished filming and set a release date for September 2022. They renewed it for season 2 back in 2019, so I'm wondering if they'll also use this time to get a head start on that. Obviously, it'll be a VFX-heavy show, but 13 months is a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to try and make this a yearly show instead of the traditional big gaps. Well, at first I would say, man, it took them a long time to shoot that first season, because I'm sure, Don, I don't think in television history there was a more scrutinized show by the executives. I hope they make a making of book about this show so we can find out just how difficult it was to pull off all of this, because I don't think anything has been riding on anything. I mean, come on, this show is the rights deal alone and how much they're spending. It's insane. But I think maybe, with the amount of time it took and the fact that they're going to spend a year in post-production, they're really going to take their time and make sure they get the show right. So from a creative standpoint, that excites me. Deadline says Amazon's Lord of the Rings Season 1 has officially wrapped filming in New Zealand, expected to consist of 20 episodes.
What?
Now, in this day and age, in this day and age, that's like 2 seasons of a major show. Expected to consist of 20 episodes and totaling a price tag of approximately $465 million.
Woo!
Season 1 of Lord of the Rings experienced numerous hurdles, that's one way to put it, during its production. After kicking off production in February of 2020, Lord of the Rings Season 1 is finally complete. By the way, normally a TV show for a network or something is shot over the period of 8 days, 8 to 10 days maybe. So the fact that they spent a year and a half shooting this show, even during COVID, I mean, I understand they probably had to stop and start and all that. It's pretty crazy. So it's a long time. But I think, look, all I can say is I hope it's as good as they released that one image. It looked beautiful. But we don't really know who the characters are. We don't know much about the story. We know it takes place in the Second Age. I'm fascinated by this, and it's a huge gamble. It's almost it is as big a gamble as Bob Shea took on the Lord of the Rings movies themselves. So I'm looking forward to this, John. I know I don't know enough about it to really look forward to it, but I like the idea of where it's set. I don't know why it's called Lord of the Rings, but it'll be interesting to see where it all goes. What about you? How are you feeling about this?
Can I just say I'm deliriously happy? I'm deliriously happy. Listen, don't get me wrong. I love the shows that we're getting out on streaming and stuff like that. But Rob, there was a time and there was an era when great shows had 22, 24 episodes per year, and they were great and glorious, sometimes not so glorious and all that kind of stuff. Yes, by the way, RM and Mr. Wolfgang both send in super chat badges in the live chat. Thank you, guys. But there was a time when that was, and then, came 16 episode seasons. And then 12 episode seasons, and then 10 episode seasons, and then 8, and then now we've got 6 episode seasons of things like this. Rob, I'm not going to lie to you. When I read that there was going to be 20 episodes of this, it moved. I'm not going to lie. It moved a little bit. I am so deliriously happy to hear this. I love the idea that they're doing this. Now, look, it's obviously very, very expensive. And it took them forever to shoot and all this kind of stuff. And by the way, there was this did you see this image that they put out of the new series? I mean, I saw a lot of speculation going around. Some people are thinking this is an earlier era or a reimagined Rivendell or not Gondorum. I can't remember the name of the one place. Not Gondor, but like Gondor, another elven city, whatever. All I know is that I look at this and I'm like, oh God, that puts a smile on my face. That puts a huge smile on my face when I see that. And yeah, listen, I'll be honest. When I first heard that this thing was going to take like a year of post-production, because first I heard production on Lord of the Rings is wrapped. I'm like, and it's coming out in September of 22. I'm like, but the more I think about it, the post-production on this is going to be massive. And like, even just for 1 2-hour feature film, you're talking about 8 months to a year of great post-production. If this is like 20 hours, and for all I know, Rob, maybe 20 episodes, maybe they're going to be 15-minute episodes. I mean, I don't know what Amazon's strategy is going to be, but I'm going to assume they're probably going to be like close to maybe 45-minute episodes. That's my guess. We'll see. But now it makes a lot more perfect sense. Once I saw that 20 episode count, having to do a year of post-production made a lot more sense to me. And so, yeah, I got to tell you, Rob, everything about this, other than the fact that we got to wait so long for it to come, other than that, I love everything. I love the commitment they've made to this. I love that they're giving us a true full season of this. I love that they made a financial commitment. They're putting their money where their mouth is by putting this much money into it. Again, this might completely suck. I mean, it might. This Lord of the Rings thing may completely suck. Absolutely. But we won't know that till we see it. All the information that we have so far gets me excited. And I love this, and I am super pumped. The question is for you guys. What do you make of this whole thing? They've wrapped production. Now we've got a year to wait, but still 20 episodes? What? I'm super excited about this. How are you guys feeling about it? Jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.